The GoPro Hero range of cameras have always dominated the action camera market. However, the incredible performance comes at a price, a high price. Take the flagship GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition for example, $500. This leads to consumers turning to cheaper alternatives, even if that means taking a hit in quality. Now those on a tighter budget can jump straight into the GoPro umbrella with GoPro's cheapest ever action camera, the 2014 GoPro Hero. It's no secret that GoPro produced probably the highest quality action cameras in the market, wrapped up in a small package no bigger than a matchbox. If the GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition is beyond reach and your budget doesn't stretch to the Hero 4 Silver Edition either, then the new GoPro Hero may be just what you've been waiting for. The package itself is unlike the standard GoPro packaging. Inside, users find the camera itself beneath a thin plastic cover, complete with the standard thumb screw and quick release mount pre-attached. As for accessories, within the bottom of the box users find a quick start guide. Under this is a skeleton back door, slightly tinted in colour to match the existing housing, a standard USB charging cable, along with both flat and curved adhesive mounts with anti-vibration rubber plug. A basic package, although enough to get users in on the action. Weighing in at only 3.9 ounces, the darker grey coloured Hero camera is just as small and portable as its bigger brothers. Built directly into a rugged housing, the same size and shape housing as all other cameras in the GoPro range, it's waterproof to 131 feet and designed to withstand dust, dirt, sand, and nearly anything else you can throw at it. The compact overall design means users can comfortably wear it or mount it to their gear as they capture their favourite activities. The fixed f2.8 aperture glass lens with the same ultra-wide angle field of view we've become accustomed to from GoPro produces sharp, crisp and colourful video footage in the widely accepted standard MP4 file format. With the standard LCD display and power button, alongside a red recording LED indicator typical of any GoPro camera, notice the omission of a second blue indicator LED. That's because this unit does not support any connectivity options. That means no Wi-Fi and no Bluetooth connectivity. Other than the shutter button at the top, both sides of the camera are free from any features or functions. At the bottom we have the standard GoPro connector for complete compatibility with many GoPro and third-party accessories and mounting options. Just like any other GoPro in the range, the top clip opens in the same fashion. As stated, the camera is fixed into the housing, but opening the rear door provides access to the microSD card slot, which accepts cards up to 32GB in capacity, and a mini USB port for charging the battery. The 1180 mAh battery is fixed and not replaceable, although a full charge should provide around 2.5 to 2 hours 45 minutes of recording time, depending on the chosen settings. That's pretty respectable for a GoPro camera. Other than another recording LED indicator, we have no other options. No GoPro port at the rear for additional backpacks either, so no way of extending battery power or attaching an LCD screen. However, that also means no playback of footage on the field. Users will need to remove the memory card and place it into a card reader, or connect the camera via USB to view captured footage on their computer. If the camera is recording safely away from the elements, removing the waterproof back door and snapping on the open back door allows recording with higher quality audio capture using the internal mono microphone capturing in the widely adopted AAC codec. So in terms of hardware, we have a basic configuration with no extra bells or whistles, although for a budget camera targeting users looking for the very basics, it's a completely viable configuration. The menu system takes us back to the previous generation of GoPro cameras. We have no context-sensitive menu system here. Using the mode button, users are able to scroll from video to photo, burst mode, time-lapse, and finally through to settings. Notice how each setting provides a good level of information on screen, including chosen resolutions and frame rates, megapixel settings, and so on. The resolution settings available include 1080p at 30 frames per second, 720p at 60 frames per second, along with a super view option at 720p, which captures more information across the top and bottom of the image. Moving on, we have options for setting the spot metering, which is ideal when you're in a dark place filming towards a bright setting, such as from inside a car for example, and a rotation option used for when mounting the actual camera itself upside down. A new feature, Quick Capture, is implemented into the Hero. This turns the GoPro into a one-button camera, allowing users to power on and start recording automatically with the press of a single button. Press once to record video, press and hold for 2 seconds to capture time-lapse photos, making shooting quicker and easier than ever before. When choosing NTSC or PAL settings, bear in mind frame rates will drop by around 5 to 10 frames per second with each recording resolution when using PAL. Next, we have an option to enable or disable the front and rear recording LEDs, followed by the camera beeping volume, and the date and time settings. Finally, a menu for formatting your memory card brings users to the end of the settings menus. In comparison to the GoPro cameras further up the range, the options with the Hero are slightly limited. There's no way to change the field of view to anything other than wide. Time-lapse photos are set at 0.5 seconds only, and burst mode is set to 10 photos in 2 seconds. These settings are not flexible and cannot be changed whatsoever. I suspect most users will record at the camera's highest resolution, 1080p at 30 frames per second, in most cases, and I'm pleased to see the camera performs exceptionally well. Image quality is good overall, although slightly more grainy than the GoPros further up the range, with less detail in low light or within shadow areas, although that's to be expected. When paying such high prices for the silver or black editions, you'd naturally expect higher image quality throughout. Nevertheless, the video quality pumped out from the Hero is great for a GoPro at this price point. I'm certainly not disappointed. So what do we have in the GoPro Hero? There's none of the fancy 4K stuff here. There's no fancy LCD screen to view your footage either. You won't find Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connectivity, but for a lot of users none of that would actually be an issue in the first instance. What may be more of an issue is the camera is integrated into the housing, so users will need to look after that housing lens. Also, the battery is built in, so if you need more than 2 hours 45 minutes of recording time, you'll need to carry an external form of power. Nevertheless, all that defeats the purpose of the GoPro Hero in the first instance. It's a basic camera for those on a budget, but it adds some extra features on top, such as spot metering and quick capture. Although it has its trade-offs for being a budget level unit, it's a fantastic action camera that'll have the competition worried. If you're on a tight budget but want an action camera to record those adventures, this is certainly the one to look out for. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Alternatively, feel free to check out the other GoPro videos in my channel by clicking above or in the description box below. Remember to subscribe, as there are plenty more GoPro videos and tutorials coming shortly. See you next time in Nifty's Tech Corner.